Yeah, the other thing that I thought about when you were originally talking about this example with one of the guys you're working with is the first chapter of Jordan Peterson's book. I think it's the 12 Rules for Life, right? Where he talks about lobsters. I think it's lobsters.
Yep.
Uh,
Lobsters.
where the principle is to stand straight with your shoulders back. That again, and I just anything that ties together body, mind, spirit, I think is really helpful because it's the way that we were
Yep.
created. And his
Yep.
invitation there in that chapter is really simple. You want to develop self-respect and to show up to the world with the intent to give and to operate, to be useful, to be an agent of love, to be able to offer something to the gang or to the brotherhood that could be reinforced or affirmed by
Yeah.
guys who have the capacity to be able to give you what you need. Your body is involved in that, right? That standing straight with your shoulders back is a posture of confident capacity,
Yeah.
right? And to be slumped forward, to have your shoulders down is, again, in his example, is what the non-dominant lobsters do that have basically given up on their capacity for vitality to be able to produce life. And I think it's a useful, more than just an analogy for, and certainly he makes the same connection that I'm drawing here from, that posture matters.
Yeah.
That pay attention to your physical body when you engage the world. How are you showing up, right? Is it this submissive, disengaged, avoidant posture, or is it standing straight with your shoulders back? Nick, I consider you the king of posture.
I've got my lumbar support going on right now.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Like,
What are you thinking?
no, I think it matters, and it, like, especially if this is a default operating mechanism for you to go without asking for what you want or need, to just ignore it, that those things live below the perception of reality. A helpful way to start operating differently might be to pay attention to physicality more than trying,
Interesting.
what you were doing with this guy is relatively complex work that we need somebody else to do it with. Like, you can right now, after listening to this, go focus on standing straight with your shoulders back
Yeah.
and remind yourself, like, okay, I'm going into an environment where other people are in. I'm going to focus on, because when I focus on maintaining a bodily posture, my brain is focused on maintaining not just a bodily posture, but also a spiritual posture, also an emotional, a mental posture. And that influences things, right? And again, it's about incremental growth. It's not about changing everything all at once. It's okay, what's the thing that I can do now to be able to try to develop more self-respect? And for me, like, when I'm not doing well, things that I've realized that manifest physically, I don't make eye contact with other people, right? That's the number one thing for me. I become more
Yeah.
avoidant in my body language. I give less hugs. I'm less boisterous or affectionate. Like, okay, so what's one small thing? And I remind myself often, make eye contact. Make eye contact. Like, that's the thing for me that's become a way to be able to offer myself connection when my modus operandi, when my default operating stance is to, well, I'm avoidant, so I'm going to avoid.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't have the capacity to, like, be everything I am when I'm on it, but, like, I can make eye contact. I can make that decision. I can do that. So when I notice myself reflexively moving away from that, okay, that's noticeable to me. That's in the level of my conscious awareness. Oh, I'm not doing that. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Right. And so again, I think those are two examples I would offer of, like, how is your body involved in this self-respect domain, and what can you do about it? Is stand straight with your shoulders back. And again, as way of example for me, that's oftentimes make eye contact, make eye contact, meet the other person in a way that is connecting, because that does help me get out of that self-protective mode, right? And that physical reaction is a way to be able to just don't be seen, right? As much as it is to
Yeah.
don't see others.